Just give me a second. Alright, I'm SachshoT and welcome back to another episode of The Outer Worlds. So, yesterday we got ourselves a new companion, and it's this drunkard. And we are gonna do some mission for the corporation board.
I shipped with a merc who had a gun like yours, Nyoka. He polished it, sang to it, slept with it.
Actually, well,
Not like
let's
that,
see.
as far as I know.
Oh yeah,
Sounds like he had himself a discerning
we
palate.
can't do anything
Where are you
until
going with this?
they
He couldn't
finish
hit the
speaking.
broadside of an assault cruiser, hence the tin shredder.
Wouldn't be the first man I met bearing compensation for his lack of skill.
Okay, there we go. Okay, we can't fast travel from this area, but we can place out our skill points. And we're gonna continue along the tree with persuasion. Those are actually quite high. 76. Oh, both of them are boosting it? That's awesome. Well, let's go with Intimidate. Let's get that sucker up to 100. What do you mean? Oh, hold on. Apply. Now I'm a skilled. Okay. What else? Well, if we start getting more science weapons, that will be good to have 100% more damage. We should start maybe upping our science skill next. Maybe. I'm not sure. Like, I mean, if science weapons are the... So far I found one. And that was not bad, but it wasn't that good either. But we might actually just check it out for now to see what the damage is actually. It's this one. Doesn't seem that good at all actually, like compared to this one.
Talk.
That's quite a long distance to walk. Huh. Well, I think we could just fast travel to that location and walk from there. Let's just follow the road. No, we should just more or less get to follow the road all the way up to the mountain. And that's the devil horns.
Take your best shot, asshole! Down they go!
Libations on me, folks.
Let's just grab everything he has.
The caves back east are safest. We can head up this path if you want to shoot your way through a few nightmares on your way up. Here we go.
Let's shoot our way up. That's much more interesting.
Don't mess with us.
I love this mountain. You can see so much from here. So many beasts would need killing. So many drinks would need drinking.
I've got to do more cardio.
Sounds like our friend Nayoka has a bit of a taste for alcohol. I have no idea why I aimed all the way over there.
I can't see. Someone else will clean this up, right?
I am so glad I didn't choose to play on the hardest difficulty, because my companions would be dead so many times over by now. More or less with the exception of Nayoka. No, she died now. Sam would have been the only companion I would have left.
And here we are. Told you we'd make it in one piece. Station ain't too far now.
Hey, you! Get over here! There are marauders up ahead! Why did...
Oh no. How the hell did marauders navigate the caverns?
This station's under the protection of the corporate compliance crew. You a marauder? 'Cause me and my sunshine, that's my gun if you were wondering, we don't take kindly to marauders.
Oh, you have a named gun.
A coherent enough response, I reckon. Must be true. You're clear, but I would caution you against pressing on ahead. This station's plumb crawling with marauders, you know. I take it you ain't met the other C3s. Me and Sunshine are doing exactly what we've been tasked with. You want more details? You ought to talk to my crew. They're guarding a small barracks to the southeast, by the edge of the mountain. There is nothing I'd enjoy more, but the C3s play it by the book. Usually. Go petition the boss man. Maybe you can convince him to alter my duties.
So I'm guessing not doing that one? Guess we heal them. I'm guessing it's gonna be patched quite soon where the hitbox for the corpses are updated, so it's a little bit easier to pick up when you disintegrate your enemies. Or maybe at this point it was just empty.
Nice work! That's the last of them.
Corrosive weakness. Yes, we accept. Do we want in... That's always nice.
Hiram must have sealed the door. He spooks easy.
That door is sealed, but what about this door? This is open. I love these pictures of like retro 50s movies. There's a bunch of red arrows here.
You may not realize this being as you're an outsider, but the blaring alarms indicate the station's on lockdown. Which means you can't ever get to me. So leave already.
Can't? We'll see about that. Like wrapped among the rocks. Here we go.
I was hoping that they would still stay more stealthy. But I guess we just go guns blazing.
Here's the elevator, but ain't gonna budge while this place is on lockdown. Guess we keep moving forward. Look for another way up.
Those were some shit weapons. Ooh. I think it's actually time for us to upgrade our armor a bit. Yeah. What an awful way to go.
wherever you are. Yes, yes, I can see you. Come here and talk to me. Face to intercom.
I can pick the door.
Captain, let's talk. Hey, got a favor to ask you.
Of course.
Next time we're out in the open sulfur, I'd like to stop in on an old friend of mine. Preferably before we get to Hiram's. It's on the way, don't worry. You don't seem the type to run off and get yourself killed, and I could use the help. Well, we'll see about that. I'll be upfront with you. I hate asking for help. I hate it. Every time I give someone the opportunity to disappoint me, they seem to make it their most immediate goal. But this, what I'm thinking, it's dangerous. Nothing we can't handle. I used to run with a band of hunters. Friends. 6 of us. We were on Monarch when the corporations pulled out, and we helped a lot of people pick up the pieces. I haven't seen 2 of them in years, and the rest I know to be dead. I'd like to gather their effects and bury them all in the same places, like the family we once were. First, we go to Hayes. I buried him a ways from our encampment. I need to pay my respects. I'll show you where he rests. He had a medallion in his effects. That's what I'll bring home to Barry. Then we find my 2 lost trackers and bring them home. A long time ago, we built an encampment in one of Monarch's cave systems. Trouble is, a Mantiqueen showed up and kicked us all out. If we can find Rebecca and Anders, they'll know how to lure her out. Then
And
we
your
kill the
band of
bitch and bury everyone's medallions together.
kick-ass companions of a total of 7 or 6. Couldn't do
Thanks,
it, but
Cap.
you think that I will be able to do it with 2 assistants? Challenge accepted. Let's just double read what I want to say. That one is sealed.
You gotta teach me that.
We are gonna talk to him very soon. Assault Rifle Mark II. Let's check the damage on the Mark II one. Uh, $58. It's quite nice.
I can't tell if you're brave or simply touched in the head. What in the galaxy are you doing sniffing around my station? Unless you are, in fact, trying to suicide by Marauder. And you, Nyoka, what are you doing lugging a stranger into my station?
You could use the socialization, you son of a bitch. Also, he hired me.
To what purpose? I happen to have some significant problems I am dealing with right now. Marauders, running out of purple berry wine 3 days ago, not being able to bloody broadcast. You're talking to him. By the hand of faith and my own cunning skill, I run this station. The Marauders may have other plans, and since my hired hands have clearly turned idle, it appears I have need of you. As my newest contractor, you may call me the broker.
Or we can call you Hiram, on account of that's your damn name, and doubly on the account of the broker being a dumbass alternative.
What? Everyone calls me that, aside from you. See, Nyoka? I barricaded the broadcast center, but I can only hold out for so long. Clear the Marauders out, and I'll pay you double the going rate. They destroy the transmission equipment, and I'll be out of business. The elevator and doors to the second floor are back online. Hurry before I have to lock them down again.
So you decided to
Hey,
lock down?
elevators to your right. Get ready.
Lock down the door to the elevator before? If you're in here, why not just lock the door and just keep it locked always? Unless you actually are expecting someone. I'll let you girls take care of that.
That's the last of them.
We have a terminal we can interact with. Okay, that's an exit. And another portal. A portal. Computer. Okay, that one goes up. And all of these computers are off. Let's start with this one over here. Nothing but messages. And I'm sure that I'm probably annoying someone when I just skip the messages, but I just... Okay, yeah, that's one way to deal with them. So I probably took out at least 2 guys with the fire suppression system.
Marauder free at last. I'll get the door. Do hurry on it.
Very, very nice. Oh, for some reason I get to see what's inside. I don't mind.
How'd you do that so fast?
You would be amazed what I can do with my fingers. And this is exit, yes. Alright, first let's see what the quest is.
Never thought I'd be ecstatic at having the walls painted in blood, but seeing as it's not mine, I'd say this calls for a celebration. My compliments on your improvised utilization of the fire suppressant system. I would expect nothing less from one of Nyoka's associates.
As usual, I'll take that as a compliment.
Of course. This ought to square our debt. One hefty payment for a highly valued service rendered. But, I admit, I do wonder why Nyoka has brought you to me. Allow me to pose my question in another manner. Why, in the nebula, are you here? Allow me to assure you that I know absolutely nothing about any allegedly illegal broadcasts. Surely the board is aware of that. They must know I'd never involved myself in such despicable activities. There's utterly no reason to arrest anyone in this broadcast station, let alone me. In fact, you're doing me a favor by helping me disable any alleged such broadcasts, if they exist. You could do me another favor by mentioning my loyalty to the board in your report.
You've got a real creative definition of loyalty, and I mean that as a compliment.
Hiram, you have to be the slimiest, most two-faced man I've ever called a friend.
Oh, you called us friends. I'm not sure whether to be touched or insulted by that. Look, you never met a man more willing to work with the board than me. I know we can come to an agreement, please. Yes, well, no need to go overboard. After the work I did for her in the past, I assure you, Sophia is well aware of the skill set I have to offer. I'm happy to help the board in any way I can, for so long as they consider me a friend. The station routes all communications across Monarch. Since the company towns were abandoned, the only local transmissions coming in are from Amber Heights or Stellar Bay. Graham and his iconoclasts believe anarchy is the way of life. Sanjar opposes it, as he's taking strides to corporatize Stellar Bay. No, they're jamming the limited frequencies we have at our disposal. Nothing extraplanetary can get in or out until the frequency pollution thins out. The safest bet is to convince Graham and Sanjar to stop transmitting on their end.
I think I know how to convince them.
Do what you like. Just don't tell me about it after. I enjoy sleeping at night.
Oh yeah.
I knew it was only a matter of time before he came a-knocking. Look, I might be late, but I fulfill my contracts, always.
Oh, you do you? I have lost track of the number of beers you owe me for chasing raptidons off your stoop.
Careful, I know that line. I use it all the time.
I take offense to that. Look, okay. It might take me a while this time. Unfortunately, the very transmissions you were chasing earlier are the reason for our delay. MSI and the Iconoclasts are clogging the airwaves from Stellar Bay and Amber Heights. In their war against each other, they're scrambling each other's outgoing transmissions. I wish it didn't, but the fact of the matter is, the children are at each other's throats. Which, of course, has scrambled my outgoing transmissions. Shut them down if you want me to route the data to Phineas. Nyoka, pick me up some Stimulotion and a bottle of purple berry wine when you're next in Stellar Bay.
All right. Let's head out. I wonder what happened to Phineas, if he did get arrested or if he managed to escape or anything like that. After my small betrayal. Well, that's quite nice to have. Okay, so both tell me to get rid of the signals. And one over there. Okay, let's fast travel to the broken bridge. And let's see how much money we can get from them. They're probably gonna beg for their lives or something in that direction. Okay. And I mean, if they don't pay, I'm just gonna kill them.
I'm warmed up now.
Oh.
Watch it. These pools don't just stink. They'll take a toe off.
Ugh.
Ooh.
This is why I prefer spaceships and clean recycled air.
Amber Heights. I mean, yeah, you do have walls, but you also have a bunch of rock formations just towering over the town. Which I'm guessing, like, those raptor things and other monsters could still get in quite easily.
Well, hello, and welcome to the home of the Iconoclasts. I'm Rose. Please take a pamphlet.
Why would I
In
want
it,
that?
everything you need to know about Graham, his philosophist truths, and the Iconoclast way. He wrote it himself, you know. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting we're out of pamphlets. Gosh, blast it.
You literally had one job.
That paper they use makes excellent kindling, you know.
I mean,
Ever
if
get
you
more,
stand
gotta
there
grab some.
and you have a bunch of pamphlets in your
Nyoka?
hand,
That's why you wanted so many? You said you were just spreading the word. While you keep rude company, you're welcome all the same. We're the
then
only free
it's like,
people in
I have these
Halcyon.
pamphlets, but if you don't have any
corporations,
pamphlets
no
in your
shackles,
hand,
no problems.
why offer the pamphlets? And not knowing that you're out.
I know. It's quite revolutionary. We're a community here. No jobs, no shifts, just people who help each other. You're welcome to
Yeah,
stay with
that
us,
doesn't work.
so long as you can earn your keep.
I ought to mention, the Iconoclasts are loyal folk. Treat them right, they'll do the same. Turn on them, they'll open fire without a second thought.
Well,
That's just the way of it.
too bad for them that my health is higher.
A manta queen.
Yeah. We felled it, mind.
A stranger comes to our home. If you're looking for a path to walk, you've found one. If you're looking for a teacher, I am one. Welcome to the Iconoclasts.
Oh god, I hate them already.
Stop. No. Spreading the truth is the only way to combat the board's poisonous campaign of propaganda against their people. I'd rather not resort to violence. This is a place of understanding and acceptance. Understand that should you try, I will accept the burden of your death.
I have a feeling it's not going to be that much left of this little town. What do we have? Oh, I can't use it while in combat. And I just exited combat. All this delicious loot.
What was score, Cap? Didn't even get our hands dirty.
You just slaughter the town. It's like, didn't even get my hands dirty. Well, that clearly depends on how you look at it. I need this. Oh, I think I just killed people in their sickbed. Yep.
Who's there? Their mistake. That's the last of them.
You know, at this point, maybe you should just let us go.
Another
And get that health up. Well, this escalated quite quickly. If it's not nailed down, it belongs to me. I think I'm carrying too much. Yeah. Well, that's a Mark II, so we can keep that one. And that's a plasma rifle. Mark II. We already have quite a good one. Yeah, that's the Ultra. Isn't that an Ultra too? Yeah. I just can get rid of that one. That's a light machine gun. Let's save that one. Yeah, let's skip the top hat. We had our fun. We're looking for 33. I am carrying so much other stuff. Yeah, let's get that one. And let's sell. Oh, hold on. There we go. I'm only interested in keeping the inhalers. Okay, because they look a bit more like they're not good for ya. Let's see here. How much of this shit am I carrying? Well, to be fair, I haven't gone through it in quite a while. That's a syringe, so that looks... a bunch of mods, parts, and bunch of junk. Wait, oh crap, where does that end up? And we just start the cycle all over again, clogging up the inventory. So we cleared out that path. We have this little part of the town left.
What was that? Incoming!
Who's ready for more?
There seems to be one more enemy here. I mean, that must be a glitch that I can see what's in it. That door is locked. So is that one. That leads us.
Crazy town. Never change. The folks in
It's
Amber
also
Heights
locked.
always manage to find a bottle or two of the good stuff. Keen scavengers, I tell you.
Well, not any. Oh, hello. What do we have up here? Oh, hold on. So if it's a legendary weapon, you can't modify it. Oh, there, yeah, that's install mods. But I can upgrade it. I don't like the vermin or... Huh. That is actually better weapon than I have. Not by much, but still that's enough. Let's upgrade the assault rifle a bit. Oh, we don't really use the sniper. Why can I tinker with those? I can't break them down. Huh. 140 damage. Let's see, we do have quite a few heavy bullets. This one is a bit faster, but not by much. So we're gonna equip it. I mean, I am guessing the vortex mace might be better. If I upgrade it. Can I tinker on it? Because I haven't tinkered that much. It's the same level as the sword. And now it's 131 to 100. Yeah. We are gonna keep that as our melee weapon. That one we're just gonna break down. And we're gonna switch out the sniper for... I mean, 200, that's quite high. That's my assault rifle. So we already have a high. So let's go with the light one. We also have bullets to support it. Can I fast travel from this area? No, I can't.
If I never smell another raft, it'll be too soon.
I hope that I
Want you a
don't have to
sawbone?
piss off the entire
Could
town.
I get another advantage?
Well, new business turns up at last.
I'm not so
Celia,
sure about
didn't
that.
I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not moisten the loins?
You've often posed these very questions.
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me. And a sense of humor, too. Did you hear that, Celia?
I heard it, sir.
I'm amazed
But
on
I'm
how
sure
many
you
people
didn't come
don't
here to trade witticisms. No. You're
react
here
to
for
the fact that I'm
business.
stupid.
The adjutant herself? Why, I knew the board would see reason eventually, but this... this...
Sir, you've prepared for this.
Right. Now, see here. You may tell your corporate masters that we will deign to rejoin them on the board, but only once certain conditions are met. Oh. I suppose that means you aren't here for the Saltuna.
No, 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 no.
Yes, that's it. Channel your anger. I only wish I could do the same. I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but it seems we're back to the drawing board.
Yes, you are. Oh.
Well, I see you've had a...
Sir,
Forgive me, Sil. Anyway. You're just as rigid as the old executive committee. Why, we've hardly been able to get a clear message out until recently.
when Graham finally shut up.
It isn't easy keeping a town like Stellar Bay afloat, especially without the
Man,
board's
I wonder
backing.
why Graham shut up.
We need that frequency to reach our trading partners.
Well, Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you.
A lot of good that'll do. They'll just find another reason to turn tail and abandon you.
Not if we secure the proper safeguards first.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
Well, you don't have to rub it in.
I think he means to warn you about working against the board.
What a notion. We want to rejoin the board, to our betterment and theirs. And my plan involves a two-pronged approach, the first part of which is seeing Stellar Bay properly defended. Not long, but the devil is always in the details. And the salient detail here is a Bolt 52 cartridge. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting with the Bolt 52, we won't need to advertise anymore. We can stop our transmissions altogether.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
In the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in, these days it's overrun with marauders and raptidons.
Of course it is.
Do be careful. I've lost more than a few people. Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
You grew up in Byzantium. Right?
Don't rub it in.
Oh, don't get all prickly. I just haven't met someone who left the highlights on purpose.
I'm from there, but I'm not really from there, if you follow.
Yeah, we do. Oh, that's not too far.
Good old Stellar Bay. Only place on the planet that don't stink of sulfur. On account of it stinking like fish instead.
Am I the only one getting hungry?
Most likely, yes.
Incoming!
That's the last of them.
That wasn't too bad.
Okay.
You don't have to whisper. I just kneel down. Well, they did ask me to get rid of it. Why do I get this eerie feeling that I might not be able to find what I need?
Hello? Hello? I hear Boots out there. Wait, can rats for Boots? Get away! Oh, thank the Eternal. I'm Huxley. Hux if you're lazy. I'm stuck. My friends and I were scavenging here, and a Meta Queen showed up. Then Raptidons. It was a void-blasted mess. I ran in here and, now the door's locked. Little help?
Sure.
Rude? I'll have you know I can go for whole days without a snack. I'll be here if you change your mind, on account of I can't do anything else.
Oh god damn.
Oh hey, you want to help a girl out?
I guess I have to.
Phew, thanks, mister. My buddy had a key, but I ain't heard him in a while. He locked me in here and took off. Probably got munched. So look for a dead guy, I guess. Or a rat. Maybe it's in a rat belly. Gross.
God damn it. Well, it wasn't too far off, yeah, at least.
You can That's the last of them.
Why would you attack me? I mean, it's not like I care. It's just that you would have lived.
Careful. Only things you'll find in the ruins are liable to shoot you.
They're on. Don't mess with us. Mess them up. Show him how it's done.
Is it just me, or has a large number of trophies popped up today?
What was it like being one of them?
Like, I think it's
Top
what,
runners.
3?
Hey, my parents and their gold-shitting friends are top rungers. I ever tell you about this one patient? One had her eyebrows moved up and the tip of her nose raised.
I see the iconoclasts have expanded their quarrel to include you. Ah, fractious bunch, aren't they? Anyway, what can I do for you? Oh, yes. I'm going to be up all night with this. All those blanks waiting to be filled, boxes waiting to be ticked.
Try to control yourself, sir.
Have you any idea how powerful this is? Corporations have been toppled with less.
Okay.
See, Celia? He gets it. I told you he would.
So you did, sir.
The world isn't changed with guns and speeches, much as Graham and his followers would like to think, but rather with meticulous documentation. For our part, a bill of liquidation/transfer Form 52 will protect our holdings on Monarch by temporarily assigning them to a pass-through entity once we drop our bomb on the board. Did you? I'd have to check our meeting minutes.
He did, sir. But that shouldn't be a problem. What Mr. Nandi means is that we have some rather momentous information to deliver to the board. Or we will, with your help.
Help us with this final matter and we won't need to broadcast anymore. You have my word. I have reason to believe that one of the other corporations is operating on Monarch, illegally and in secret.
Really? Most of the time they do illegal stuff out in the open. Cheaper that way.
If we can find proof, I can use that as leverage to encourage certain powers that be to accept our Bolt 52 and reinstate us on the board. If someone is operating here, then Catherine's almost certainly supplying them out of Fallbrook. Perhaps she could be convinced to tell you where they are.
Maybe. Maybe.
That's part of the problem. She has certain ambitions for Stellar Bay, and I fear my asking her would give her the leverage she's been looking for.
Don't get yourself worked up, sir. It's perfectly natural to have a healthy fear of her.
We really don't need to discuss this now, Celia. Oh, I imagine you do. But as much as I love your can-do attitude and dangerous gravitas, Catherine handles all of our shipments. So it would be best if you could leave her in one piece. Is that how you people put it? Of course. I didn't mean to make assumptions. Once you, subtly work out where this corporate facility might be, bring back proof of its operation. Maybe some nice letterhead. Or someone working there. That would do it.
Sure, I'm on it.
I knew you were the right person for the job. I suppose I'll leave you to it. I see. And was his delivery of the MSI authorized greeting up to snuff? He's not the brightest of minds, but he makes up for it with enthusiasm.
That's not what I would call it.
Still, I had him posted on the landing pad in hopes that he'd stay out of everyone's way. I'll see about additional training.
Yeah, you do that.
You weren't supposed to look. I asked you to delete it.
Hey. Hush.
I didn't mean for any harm to come to you. This
Sure you
has been
didn't.
my albatross. The great shame of my career. I give MSI everything. My work, my youth, my left kidney, and for years, I was a joke to them.
You should still be glad that I just didn't put a bullet in you and the entire colony.
Oh, perhaps they were right. After all, what have I built? Stellar Bay is barely keeping afloat.
It is not.
Please, I can't think about this right now. Celia, schedule 30 minutes of inconsolable weeping later today.
I'll pad it out with an extra 15, sir.
Now, was there something else you need?
No. I think I have everything that I need.
Byzantine life seems awful cushy. Could get myself used to kicking back for a spell.
And it just wants me to no, it wants me to head over here. Let's do that. Let's go and take a stroll through the other small town. See what fun they have to offer up information wise, so we can stop this broadcast.
Hey, Cass. Knock, knock.
Uh-huh. You blind, fella? Or can you not see I'm busy? Why is it every sissy pig fucker who strolls into my town expects me to smile and shout awful friendly? Welcome to Fallbrook. Only nugget of paradise in this entire law-forsaken land.
Well, maybe you at least can welcome the person who
Catherine,
more or
you're
less
as welcoming
juggling
as
your
ever.
life.
Truthfully spoken, I do aim to properly represent my aforementioned nugget of paradise. You know, I ain't heard that one before. Suppose I'll have to work harder to show you just what makes our town shine. But first, I'll need to know what brings you, stranger. Well, I'm half listening.
Well, time to turn on your other arm then. Your other ear then.
Funny, you don't look like one of Lilia's. Sure sound the part, though. Good of you to finally haul your ass over here. I wired for backup weeks ago. Got something that's gonna require special extraction from Cascadia. All right. One of my runners uncovered a cache of Alta Vitae gas, left in a lab when the board abandoned Cascadia. To extract the gas, you'll need to siphon it from the lab in Cascadia into one of your ship's fuel tanks. Totally safe.
Yeah. Define safe.
Meaning safe for me and my crew. Seeing
Of
as
course.
it ain't us undertaking the risk. Hold your thrusters. I ain't even got to the tricky part. To get to the gas, you'll need to navigate through the town, which is overrun by marauders.
Well, I have a blaster,
The
so
lab
that's fine.
itself has become an infested nest, crawling with manties.
Still, have a
You gotta
blaster.
fight through or figure out some other way to exterminate them. Maybe the ventilation system? Shall I inscribe that on your tombstone?
Yes, please.
Now, after you clear the mantis nest and reach the storage room, all that's left is to get the gas flowing into the fuel system. The task will require someone with technical skills. Or you could force it through with a plasma overload. Don't recommend that option, though, unless you want to get dead. Shall I inscribe that on your tombstone as well?
Yes.
Once you've got our goods, take them to the groundbreaker. Lilia's fencers ought to handle the rest of it. I've marked the coordinates for you to the lab in Cascadia. Use the passcode Antediluvian on the terminal to get in. But before you make your run, I could use a heavy helping hand regarding a local issue. For a fine fee, of course.
I might be interested in that.
This particular matter of opportunity has been eating at me for a while now. There's a Borst factory on up the way, run by a man who calls himself the King. Clive Lundberg, insufferable prick. That aside, it's a business ripe for the plucking. I want it. Clear as that. Stars, I hope so. Clive Lundberg, the self-proclaimed Borst King of Monarch, is swimming in profit and drowning in his ego.
And soon he will be drowning in his own blood.
He's making the only meal to be had this side of Monarch, and I'm tired of ponying up for my dinner. I want that Borst factory, owner dead or alive. And you're the soon-to-be handsomely paid son of a bitch who's gonna get it for me. Guess you've got it figured out then.
Absolutely.
Good. Hit him where it hurts. In his gut, or his production lines ought to make do. Sometimes the simplest solution is the sweetest. I don't give a whit about the method or the means, just the end.
Yeah, that sounds good.
It'll be more than good when you're finished. Maybe not for Clive, but for me and you, I'm sure. Oh, and if you don't fancy going in guns blazing or crawling through a sewer pipe, see Duncan in the Dry Goods and Sundry building. He ought to have an employee ID in that stash of illicit goods he keeps for select clientele. May luck be with you, since I won't be.
Huh. Well, I still have to talk to you about
I do hope you gave him my
the other
regards.
things.
Sure. Might be I know something about it. Might be someone hired my crew to blind drop supplies on the Northern Bridge. Might be they sure as shit weren't pirates. Now that I consider it, I ain't heard from my delivery team in far too long. Find them for me, and I'll pay you handsomely. And I'll thank you kindly for it.
Okay. So we have gotten ourselves
Now there's a woman
quite
who knows what
far
she
into the
wants.
quest area now.
She's fine.
And we will
Well,
continue
so long as
with
you
the
ain't on her bad
quests
side. Then she's liable
in the
to drown
episode
you in the waterfall.
for tomorrow. But as always, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, I wouldn't mind if you dropped a like, maybe a comment. But until next time, I've been SachshoT. See you next time.